This video is being recorded Le'ili Nishmas, Eliyahu ben Avram, Eli Horowitz, who is a very honest businessman, and his legacy for honesty in business should be a lesson for all of us. We're dealing now in the Parshas of Karbonis, Vayikra and Tzav. We've discussed the Oila, we've discussed the carbon chatos, the Anjum, and all its various forms. And we discussed the carbon Shlomo. Now the oil is a carbon that was totally you were macrovated entirely up on the Mizbeach, you got nothing from it. The chatos and Anjum, so there the Kahanim would eat from, you'd get some hide. When it comes to the Shalom, we find something interesting. The Shlomo, some of it was put on the Mizbeach, some of it was given to the Kohanim, and the owner got something, the Bailam ate. Which is interesting for a carbon. You think of a carbon, you're giving it up to Shemayim. See here, okay, the Kohanim need to be part of that sometimes. But what are the Bailam involved here for? Why the owner? Why is the person getting something back? What's unique about the Shlomo? The Gemara tells us that it makes shalom. It's called a shalom because it makes shalom. It brings peace to everybody because everybody partakes. The Mizbeach gets something, the Kahanim, the owner, it makes peace. So what is unique about the shlomim that has this power? The Shlomo Rebbe describes two forms of avodah, two distinct ways in which we can serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And it's really two different types of relationships we have. On Yom Kippur, on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, we say, Hayom Yamim b'mishpat kol yitzurei elomim, im kevonim, im ka'avadim. And he says the mishpat is, the judgment is, how do we serve Hashem? Do we serve Hashem like avadim, like servants, like slaves, or like banim, like children? What's the difference? You know how an Eved serves his master? You may have some employees, and you know there's some employees, you give them a job, and they do it, and that's it. If that much. They're there to be pater. They come to work to be pater, to be done with their job. Rav Soloveitchik, when he came to America, he said, in America, the dream state, the greatest state of a Jew, is to be parv and shega davent. I already davened, I'm finished, and I'm parv, I'm not mishubed. We do the halacha, we do what we're supposed to do, but that's it. We call that form of avodah yira. You do it because you have to. That's one form of avodah, im ka'avodah. Then there's another form of avodah. That's of a child, im kibonim. The way a son serves his parents. You give him a job, I'm looking to do more, what can I do for you? How can I serve you in the best way? What else do you need? I want to make you comfortable, I want to make you happy. You've given so much to me, you've done so much for me, what can I do back? How can I reciprocate? That's the service of a ben, im kibonim. All the karbanos until now have come for a chayv. They've come because we've done something wrong and we're looking to be misak in that. The oila is brought for hirhurei halev, thoughts that were not of the greatest form, and we want to come and we want to be misak and we want to fix that. We bring a carbon oila. The Anjum, the chatas come for sins, things that avoids, things that have gotten in the way between us and Hashem. A shlomim comes purely because we recognize Hashem's love for us. It's something I'm giving up. Even a toida, which you're giving to the Rebbeinu Shalom, is because I appreciate Hashem, you did something for me, you saved me, and I want to give back to you. We're makir the chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the difference. A shalom comes because we want. We want to give it. That's the avodah of a shlomim. So when you're acting like a son, things are different. An oila, you got to give it. It's a form of yira. You don't get a part of that. You're like an Eved that's serving his master. An Eved doesn't eat at the same table as his master. But when you offer a shlomim, you're like a child. What child doesn't eat at his father's table? So not only does the Mizbeach get and the Kahanim get, but you also get a share. The Baalim also get a share, because you're like a child at his father's table. We find if a guy comes and he wants to bring a carbon, he can't bring a shlomim. He can only bring an oila. And that's for the same reason. Because the service of a Gentile, of a guy, is not that of a son. It's that of an Eved. But the service of a child is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is looking for. So yes, we're being taken out of Mitzrayim this week, coming up. And we were slaves to Parai. And now when Hashem redeems us, you say, hey, now we'll also be slaves. That's the start. But the greater madrega is to realize that look at these great chesed Hashem did for us. And let's learn to serve Hashem with love, with ahava, just like a child. Have a wonderful Shabbos.